The stone carver's silence. Marcus sat in his corner office on the 37th floor, staring at architectural renderings on his computer screen. Glass towers, steel frameworks, concrete foundations. He had been designing these buildings for 17 years. They all looked the same to him now. He was 43 years old, senior architect at a prestigious firm, awards on his wall, projects in 3 countries. Everything successful by conventional measures, everything also hollow and meaningless. Marcus couldn't remember the last time he had felt excited about a design. He went through the motions, client meetings, design iterations, technical specifications, construction oversight. Competent work, but soulless. He was building monuments to corporate ambition, not creating spaces that nourished human life. His hands moved across the keyboard mechanically. Click, drag, copy, paste. Digital design felt increasingly unreal to him. Nothing physical, nothing tactile, nothing that engaged his body or senses. Just pixels on screens, files in servers, renderings that looked impressive but felt empty. He saved his work and closed the program. It was Friday evening. Most colleagues had left already. Marcus should go home too, though home was just another empty space, a minimalist apartment he rarely spent time in, furnished with expensive designer pieces he didn't really like. He had no partner, few close friends. His life revolved around work, and work had become meaningless. What was the point of any of this? Marcus left the office and walked instead of taking the subway. The city was loud and crowded, everyone rushing somewhere. He walked slowly, against the flow, feeling separate from the urgent bustle around him. He found himself in a neighborhood he rarely visited. Older buildings, small shops, less polished than the areas he usually frequented. A gallery window caught his attention. Inside, he could see stone sculptures, abstract forms, natural textures, beautiful in their simplicity. Marcus went inside. The gallery was quiet, just a few other visitors browsing. The sculptures were remarkable, some small enough to hold, others monumental, all carved from stone, marble, granite, limestone, alabaster. Each piece showed the stone's natural beauty while revealing form within it. A gallery employee approached. "Beautiful work, isn't it? These are all by local stone carvers. Traditional techniques, hand tools, direct carving." "Direct carving?" Marcus asked. "Working directly on the stone without preliminary models. The carver responds to the stone itself, follows its grain and character, discovers the form within it, rather than imposing predetermined shape." Marcus was fascinated. This was so different from his architectural work, which was all about imposing design onto materials, forcing nature to conform to human vision. These sculptures honored the stone, worked with it, revealed its inherent beauty. One piece particularly captured Marcus's attention, a limestone sculpture that suggested a river flowing, smooth curves and natural hollows that the stone had carried within it, waiting to be revealed. He stood before it for a long time, feeling something stir inside him. The employee noticed his interest. "That's by Catherine Moore. She's teaching a stone carving workshop next month if you're interested. Beginners welcome." Marcus took the flyer without thinking. Stone carving. Working with hands and tools, with physical material, creating something real. It called to something deep in him, something he had ignored for years. That night, Marcus researched stone carving obsessively. He watched videos of carvers at work, the focused attention, the careful listening to the stone, the gradual revelation of form. He read about different stones and their properties, about tools and techniques, about the history of carving stretching back thousands of years. He felt alive in a way he hadn't felt in years. This was real. This was direct. This engaged the whole person, body, mind, senses, intuition. Not abstract design on screens, but concrete work with material that had weight and texture and resistance. Marcus signed up for Catherine's workshop. It was a weekend intensive, 2 full days learning basic carving techniques and completing a small project. He had no idea what he was getting into, but he felt pulled toward it with unexpected force. The 2 weeks until the workshop felt interminable. Marcus went through his architectural work mechanically, counting down to the weekend when he would work with stone. The workshop was held in Catherine's studio, a large warehouse space filled with stone blocks, carving benches, racks of tools. Natural light flooded through skylights. Stone dust covered everything in fine white powder. The air smelled of stone and steel. Catherine was perhaps 65, with strong hands and calm presence. She welcomed the 8 workshop participants, mostly middle-aged people seeking creative outlet, Marcus noted. People like him, perhaps, feeling the emptiness of conventional success. "Stone carving is ancient craft," Catherine began. "Humans have been carving stone for tens of thousands of years. Tools, weapons, art, architecture. When you carve, you connect with that lineage. You do what your ancestors did, using techniques perfected over millennia." She showed them different stones: alabaster, soft and smooth; limestone, moderate and forgiving; marble, harder and more challenging; granite, very hard and demanding. For the workshop, they would work with limestone, hard enough to teach technique, but forgiving enough for beginners. Catherine demonstrated basic tools: points for rough shaping, chisels for refining, rasps for smoothing. She showed how to hold tools, how to strike with mallet, how to read the stone's grain and work with it rather than against it. Then she gave each participant a limestone block about 8 inches on each side. "Your task is simple," she said. "Remove what doesn't belong. Reveal the form the stone wants to become. Don't impose your will. Listen to the stone. Let it guide you." Marcus picked up his stone block. It was heavy, solid, real in his hands in a way nothing digital could ever be. He chose his tools: point, chisel, and mallet, and made his first strike.
The impact resonated through his hands, his arms, his whole body. Stone chips flew. A small mark appeared on the block's surface. Marcus felt something profound in that moment. Direct engagement with material, immediate feedback, physical consequence of action.
He struck again and again, falling into rhythm. Tap, tap, tap. Listening to the sound of steel on stone, watching chips fall away, feeling the stone gradually change under his hands. Hours passed without Marcus noticing. He was completely absorbed, in a state of flow deeper than he'd experienced in years. His mind was quiet, focused entirely on this stone, these tools, this emerging form. What was emerging, he couldn't have said. He wasn't working from plan or design. He was responding to the stone. Here a curve suggested itself. There a hollow wanted to develop. Here the grain indicated direction. The stone was teaching him, and he was learning to listen. By day's end, Marcus's block had transformed. Still rough, still clearly unfinished, but no longer just rectangular. It had curves and planes, areas of interest and rest. It was becoming something, though Marcus couldn't name what. His hands were blistered, his shoulders ached. Stone dust covered him completely. He felt more alive than he had in years. "Good first day," Catherine said, examining his work. "You're listening to the stone. Many beginners try to force it, impose their ideas. You're letting the stone participate. That's the secret of good carving." Marcus returned Sunday for the second day. He continued refining his piece, working more carefully now with finer tools. The form became clearer, something like a wave, like water frozen in stone, smooth curves and flowing lines. It wasn't what Marcus had planned. He had no plan, but it was what the stone wanted to be, what his hands discovered within it, and it was beautiful. At workshop's end, Catherine gave a brief lecture about stone carving as practice, as meditation, as way of being present with material and process. "Modern life is abstract," she said. "Most of us work with symbols, words, numbers, images on screens. Nothing physical, nothing we can touch. Stone carving is opposite, completely physical, completely direct. You and the stone and the tools, nothing abstract about it. This directness is healing for people who live too much in abstraction." Marcus understood completely. His architectural work was all abstraction, lines on screens that became buildings he rarely touched. But carving was immediate. His hands shaped the stone. His strength removed material. His attention revealed form. It was real in a way digital design could never be. He took his finished piece home, small, rough, imperfect, but made by his own hands. He placed it on his desk where he could see it. Looking at it, he felt pride and satisfaction unlike anything his professional awards had given him. He had made this, not designed it on computer, not directed others to build it, made it himself, directly with hands and tools and stone. It mattered in a way his professional work had stopped mattering. Marcus knew he would carve again. This wasn't casual hobby. This was a calling. Marcus signed up for Catherine's ongoing evening classes. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he would leave work and go to the studio. 3 hours of carving, of losing himself in rhythm of mallet and chisel, of discovering forms within stone. His technique improved rapidly. Catherine taught him more advanced tools and methods, how to use pneumatic hammers for rough work, how to carve fine details with delicate chisels, how to finish surfaces with progressively finer abrasives until stone glowed with polish. But technique was just foundation. More important was what Catherine called conversation with stone, learning to read the material, to understand what each particular stone wanted to become, to work in partnership rather than domination. Every stone is different, Catherine explained. Same type of stone, even from same quarry, but each block has its own character, where it's hard or soft, where veins run, where interesting formations hide. Good carver gets to know the stone before beginning, plans work around stone's character rather than ignoring it. Marcus learned to study stone carefully before carving, running hands over surface, looking for patterns in grain, tapping to hear how sound resonated through it. This study took time, but prevented mistakes and honored the stone's nature. He also learned about stone itself, how different types formed over millions of years, what minerals composed them, why they had particular colors and characteristics. Limestone from compressed seashells, marble from limestone transformed by heat and pressure, granite from cooled magma deep underground. Understanding geological history deepened Marcus's respect for the material. This stone in his hands was millions of years old, had witnessed epochs humans couldn't imagine. Working with it was privilege, required reverence. Marcus started spending all his free time at the studio. Weekends, he would arrive early and work all day. Evenings after class, he would stay late refining pieces. Carving became his life's center, his architecture job the unfortunate necessity paying bills. His architectural work suffered. He did minimum required, no longer invested in project success. Colleagues noticed his withdrawal, but misinterpreted it as burnout. They encouraged him to take vacation, to rest. If only they knew, carving was what energized him. Architecture was what drained him. After 6 months of intensive practice, Marcus had completed a dozen pieces. Most were small, hand-sized forms exploring curves and hollows. But one was larger, a 2-foot-tall sculpture in white marble that suggested human figure without depicting it literally. Abstract but evocative, smooth but with rough areas providing contrast. Catherine encouraged him to enter it in a regional craft show. Marcus was reluctant. He was an amateur, beginner. What chance did he have against experienced carvers? But Catherine insisted. It's good work. Let people see it. Get feedback. Be part of carving community. Marcus submitted his piece. To his shock, it was accepted and won 3rd place in the stone carving category. The award came with small cash prize and invitation to show in the juried gallery.
At the award ceremony, Marcus met other stone carvers. They were diverse, young and old, hobbyists and professionals, representational and abstract, but all shared passion for stone, for direct work with hands, for ancient craft practiced with modern sensibility. These were his people, Marcus realized. Not architects in expensive suits discussing budgets and zoning. Stone carvers in dusty clothes discussing tools and technique and the particular character of different marbles. People who made things with their hands, who valued craft and process over profit and prestige. One carver Marcus connected with was a woman named Elena. She was perhaps 50, had been carving for 20 years, supported herself entirely through selling her work. She carved mostly animals, elegant abstractions capturing essential quality of deer, birds, fish. "How did you make it work?" Marcus asked. "Supporting yourself through carving? That seems impossible." Elena smiled. "It's not easy. I live simply, don't need much. I sell through galleries and art shows. I teach workshops. I do some commissioned work. It's enough. Not wealthy, but comfortable. And I get to spend my days doing work I love. That's wealth enough." Marcus felt longing. Could he do what Elena had done? Leave architecture entirely? Carve full-time? Build life around craft? It seemed impossible, also necessary. He was 44 now. How many more years did he want to waste designing buildings that didn't matter? How long would he postpone the work that truly called to him? He thought about this constantly as he carved. Each session made his path clearer. He needed to do this work, needed to make it his life's center, needed to commit fully, even if commitment meant financial risk. 6 months after the craft show, Marcus made his decision. He would leave his job. He would carve full-time. He would see if he could make it work. If he failed, he could return to architecture. But he had to try. Not trying would be true failure.
Marcus gave notice at his architectural firm. His boss was shocked, tried to convince him to stay. "You're at peak of career, partner track. Why throw it away?" "I'm not throwing anything away," Marcus said calmly. "I'm choosing something I actually care about. Architecture pays well, but it's killing my soul. Stone carving brings me alive. That's worth more than any salary." Colleagues thought he was insane. Giving up 6-figure income to be sculptor in this economy with no guarantee of success? It was irresponsible, foolish, self-destructive. But Marcus felt more clear-headed than he had in years. This was right. Scary, yes. Uncertain, definitely. But aligned with his truth, connected to his calling, authentic in a way nothing else in his life had been. He worked his notice period, saved aggressively, prepared for transition. He sold his expensive furniture and moved to cheaper apartment. He built websites showcasing his work. He reached out to galleries about representation. He planned workshops he could teach. His last day at the architectural firm arrived. No fanfare, just quiet exit. Marcus packed his few personal items and walked out. Freedom felt terrifying and exhilarating simultaneously. The next day, he woke with no job, no office to go to, no projects demanding attention, just empty day to fill with work he chose. Marcus went to Catherine's studio, he was renting bench space there now, and began carving. He worked 8 hours that first day,
completely absorbed. No meetings to interrupt, no emails demanding response. Just him and stone and tools, and the pure satisfaction of making. This was life he wanted. This directness, this focus, this engagement. His hands guided tools, tools shaped stone. Stone became art. Simple, clear, meaningful.
But making art full-time was different from carving recreationally. Marcus needed to produce work that sold, needed to develop distinctive style, needed to build reputation in competitive field. It was daunting. Catherine mentored him through early months. She taught him not just carving, but professional practice, photographing work properly, pricing realistically, approaching galleries, marketing authentically, managing finances, dealing with rejection. Being professional artist is business, Catherine explained. You have to make good work, yes, but also sell it, promote it, manage money, handle logistics. Many talented artists fail because they don't develop business skills. Don't make that mistake. Marcus applied himself to the business side with same dedication he brought to carving. He studied pricing strategies, learned to write compelling artist statements, built relationships with gallery owners, developed social media presence. His architectural experience helped. He knew how to present work professionally, how to communicate with clients, how to manage projects and deadlines. These skills transferred to art career more than he'd expected. His first year was financially challenging. He sold enough work to cover rent and basic expenses, but barely. He taught workshops monthly, which helped. He took occasional freelance architectural consulting when money got tight. It wasn't sustainable long-term, but it worked for now. More important than money was satisfaction. Marcus woke excited to work each day. He spent hours in creative flow. He saw his skills improving steadily. He felt connected to a lineage of stone carvers stretching back millennia. He also noticed physical changes. Years of sitting at a desk had left him soft, weak, disconnected from his body. Carving was demanding physically, swinging a mallet, wielding heavy tools, moving stone blocks, working in various positions. Marcus's body transformed, becoming stronger, more capable, more connected. His mind changed too. The obsessive thinking that had plagued him for years quieted. The anxiety and depression that had colored his architecture years diminished. He felt present, grounded, at peace with himself. Stone carving was meditation for Marcus. The repetitive motion of mallet striking chisel, the focus required to work precisely, the attention to material and process, all of this stilled his restless mind, brought him fully into the present moment. He understood why Catherine called it practice rather than just work. Practice in both senses, repeated exercise, building skill, but also spiritual discipline, cultivating presence and awareness. As Marcus's second year of full-time carving began, he started developing a distinctive style. His pieces tended toward abstract, organic forms, suggesting natural phenomena: water flowing, wind moving, stone eroding. Smooth curves contrasted with rough, textured areas. Often his carvings included voids, empty spaces that were as important as solid stone. "You're carving silence," Catherine observed. "Your pieces create space for quiet, for contemplation. In a world full of noise, that's a valuable gift." Marcus understood what she meant. His work wasn't dramatic or attention-grabbing. It invited viewers to slow down,
to look carefully, to rest in stillness. His forms were peaceful, meditative, contemplative. This aligned with his own experience of carving. Working with stone had brought him into silence, not absence of sound, but quality of deep quiet, of presence without mental chatter. His sculptures expressed that silence, invited others to experience it. Galleries began taking notice. His work was accepted into juried shows regularly now. Several galleries offered representation. Marcus chose carefully, selecting galleries whose aesthetics aligned with his work, whose treatment of artists seemed ethical. His prices increased as his reputation grew. Early work had sold for hundreds of dollars. Now pieces sold for thousands. Large commissions brought in tens of thousands. He would never be wealthy, but he could support himself entirely through his art now. One commission came from a hospital wanting a sculpture for a healing garden. They wanted something peaceful, natural, conducive to reflection. Marcus created his largest piece yet, 3-foot-tall limestone carving suggesting water and light, smooth organic form with a quality of eternal stillness. Installing it in the healing garden, watching hospital patients and families interact with it, Marcus felt deep satisfaction. His work was serving people, offering them beauty and quietness in difficult time. This was why he made art, not for ego or fame, but for contribution, for service through beauty. A teacher at the art school saw his work and invited him to give a guest lecture about his practice. Marcus accepted nervously. He wasn't an academic, hadn't studied art formally. What did he have to teach art students? But the lecture went well. Students responded to his honest story, a successful architect who left it all to carve stone, who chose meaning over money, who found his calling at 43. Many students were themselves at crossroads, wondering whether to pursue art seriously or settle for more practical careers. Marcus's example gave them hope and permission. One student approached him afterward. "Thank you for sharing your story. I'm facing exactly what you faced, family pressure to choose practical career, but my heart calls me to sculpture. Hearing how you made the leap, how it worked out, gives me courage." Marcus felt humble gratitude. His journey wasn't just about his own transformation. It could inspire others, show them alternative paths were possible. This multiplied his work's meaning. He started teaching regularly at the art school, one course per semester on stone carving technique and philosophy. Teaching forced him to articulate his understanding, to make conscious what was often intuitive. It made him better artist while helping students develop their own practices. His own work continued evolving. He began experimenting with installation, multiple pieces arranged in relation to each other and to space. He carved not just objects, but environments, creating contemplative spaces where people could sit among stones and experience quiet. One installation at a major museum consisted of 7 large granite pieces arranged in a circle around a central space. Visitors were invited to sit in the center, surrounded by stone forms suggesting mountains, sky, water, earth. The installation became a meditation space. People would sit for long periods, finding peace among the stones. This delighted Marcus. His work was creating what he valued most: silence, stillness, space for reflection. Not silence as absence, but as presence, as fullness, as an alternative to the world's constant noise and distraction.
As Marcus established himself in stone carving world, he became part of community. Not just stone carvers specifically, but craftspeople generally. People dedicated to making things by hand, to practicing traditional skills, to valuing quality over quantity. He joined regional craftspeople guild that included woodworkers, blacksmiths, weavers, potters, glassblowers. They met monthly to share techniques, support each other's work, advocate for craft education and preservation. These gatherings nourished Marcus, being around people who shared values, patience, craftsmanship, direct work with materials, respect for tradition while innovating within it. People who understood why you'd spend weeks on single piece when mass production was so much faster, who valued the process as much as product. Many craftspeople in the guild had stories similar to Marcus's, left conventional careers to pursue making, chose craft over commerce, found satisfaction in work that engaged hands and heart together. They understood each other in ways their former colleagues never had. The guild organized annual craft fair showcasing members' work. It attracted thousands of visitors and generated significant sales, but more valuable was the opportunity to connect with other makers, to see each other's latest work, to learn new approaches. Marcus also became involved in stone carving specifically. There was a small but dedicated community of stone carvers in the region. They organized stone carving symposiums where carvers would work in public, demonstrating techniques, creating work that would remain in community spaces. Marcus participated in several symposiums. Working in public felt vulnerable at first, people watching, asking questions, observing process usually done in private. But he came to appreciate it. Public carving demystified the work, showed that art wasn't magic but craft and practice, invited people to imagine trying it themselves. Children were especially fascinated watching Marcus work, mesmerized by the transformation of rough stone into smooth form. Many wanted to try. When possible, Marcus would let them make a few strikes with chisel and mallet, giving them direct experience of shaping stone. One girl, perhaps 10 years old, worked stone for several minutes, then looked up at Marcus with shining eyes. "I made that. I changed the stone." The pride and wonder in her face moved him. He had given her experience of agency, of capability, of creative power. "Keep carving," he told her. "You're good at it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise." Maybe she would pursue it, maybe not, but she'd had experience of making something with her own hands, of direct engagement with material. That was valuable, regardless of whether she became a sculptor. Marcus also mentored younger carvers informally. People would contact him asking for advice, for feedback on their work, for encouragement. He gave it freely, remembering how Catherine had supported him, wanting to extend that generosity forward. One mentee was a young man named David who was 26 and wanted to make stone carving his career. Marcus worked with him for over a year, teaching technique, sharing business knowledge, providing honest feedback on work, offering encouragement through doubts and setbacks.
David thrived under mentorship. His work improved rapidly. He started selling through galleries, began supporting himself through carving and teaching. Marcus felt proud watching him succeed, knowing he had helped facilitate that success. "You changed my trajectory," David told Marcus. "I was ready to give up, go back to regular job. You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. You showed me how to make this work. I'm paying it forward, that gift, by mentoring others now." This pleased Marcus deeply, not just helping one person, but starting a chain of mentoring that would extend forward through time, helping craftspeople across generations.
As Marcus moved through his 50s, his work deepened in ways he couldn't have predicted. Technical skill was now effortless. His hands knew what to do without conscious direction. But technique was just foundation for something more subtle. He was learning to truly listen to stone, not metaphorically, but actually, paying such close attention to material that it revealed what it wanted to become. This required emptying himself, releasing preconceptions, becoming open vessel for stone's inherent form to express through him. "I don't make these sculptures," Marcus told a journalist interviewing him. "I discover them. They exist in the stone already. I just remove what's hiding them." This wasn't just artistic rhetoric. Marcus genuinely experienced it this way. When work went well, he felt like he was uncovering something that had always been there, waiting. The stone knew what it wanted to be. His job was listening and serving that intention. This required humility, releasing ego's desire to impose vision, to demonstrate skill, to create something impressive. Instead, approaching stone as partner, as teacher, as entity with its own nature and desire. The results were remarkable. Marcus's mature work had quality of inevitability. The form seemed so perfectly suited to the specific stone that it felt like it couldn't be any other way. Critics noted this quality, calling his work essential and true to material. One series explored threshold states, forms suggesting boundaries between solid and void, stone and space, manifest and hidden. These pieces had profound impact on viewers. People reported feeling peace and clarity looking at them, as if the sculptures created opening in their own consciousness. A meditation center commissioned Marcus to create peace for their main hall. He spent 6 months on it, his most ambitious work yet. Carved from single massive piece of granite, it suggested mountain and sky and emptiness all at once. 3 tons of stone, but feeling light, ethereal, transcendent. When installed, the piece transformed the meditation hall. It anchored the space while creating sense of openness. Practitioners reported their meditation went deeper with the sculpture present. They felt it somehow facilitated stillness, supported their practice. The center's teacher told Marcus, "You've created sacred object, not religious in sectarian sense, but sacred in a deeper sense. It points toward truth, supports awakening, embodies qualities we cultivate in practice. This is a gift to everyone who meditates here." Marcus was moved. This was highest aspiration for his work, that it serve others' spiritual development,
that it support people in finding inner peace and clarity, not through doctrine or teaching, but through pure form, through presence, through silence made visible in stone. His own practice had become inseparable from meditation. Working with stone was his meditation, his prayer, his path to presence. He would spend hours carving in complete absorption, mind quiet, awareness focused entirely on this stone, this tool, this moment. This quality of practice influenced his teaching. He taught not just technique, but approach, how to work from stillness, how to let ego dissolve into work, how to be present with material and process. Students who grasped this deepened rapidly. Those who stayed stuck in ego and ambition struggled.
In his early 60s, Marcus increasingly focused on teaching. He still carved daily, but also devoted significant time to mentoring younger carvers, teaching at art school, leading workshops, writing about his practice. He wanted to preserve traditional stone carving knowledge while adapting it to contemporary contexts. So many ancient craft skills were being lost as people pursued easier, faster, more profitable work. Stone carving was hard, slow, unprofitable by modern standards. It needed advocates and practitioners. Marcus wrote a book about stone carving, not just technical manual, but meditation on craft, material, presence, meaning. The Stone Carver's Way combined practical instruction with philosophical reflection, making a case for direct work with hands and materials in an increasingly digital world. The books found diverse audience, aspiring stone carvers obviously, but also people interested in meditation and mindfulness, people seeking more meaningful work, people wanting to understand craft traditions. It became an unexpected bestseller. The book's success brought speaking invitations. Marcus traveled to conferences on craft, on sustainability, on meaningful work, on spiritual practice. He spoke about what stone carving had taught him, how leaving architecture for sculpture had transformed his life. His message resonated. Many people felt as he had felt, trapped in unfulfilling work, knowing something essential was missing, afraid to change, but desperate for a different life. His story gave them hope and practical example. One person who heard Marcus speak was a woman named Jennifer, who was 41 and burned out from legal career. She had never considered stone carving, but Marcus's talk sparked something. Not stone carving specifically, but the principle, finding work aligned with values, making things by hand, living more deliberately. Jennifer eventually left law to become a woodworker. Years later, she told Marcus, "Your talk changed my trajectory. You showed me that complete career change at midlife was possible, that meaningful work existed outside conventional paths. I followed your example in my own way. Thank you for lighting the path." Stories like this reminded Marcus why teaching mattered. His influence extended far beyond stone carving. He was modeling transformation, demonstrating that meaningful work was possible, showing that we could build lives around values rather than just money.
He established a scholarship fund at the art school, supporting students who wanted to pursue craft seriously. Many talented young people couldn't afford art education or couldn't justify it economically. The fund helped them study without crippling debt, gave them permission to pursue a calling rather than just career. Marcus also worked to create more exhibition opportunities for stone carvers. He helped organize regional shows, advocated for inclusion of sculpture in major museums, connected carvers with collectors and galleries. The stone carving community was small, but Marcus wanted to expand it, make it more visible and viable. Every new carver who could support themselves through their work, every student who discovered stone carving and fell in love with it, every gallery that showed sculpture, all of this strengthened the field and preserved the tradition.
When Marcus turned 70, the art school organized a retrospective exhibition of his work. 50 pieces spanning 27 years, from early rough experiments through mature masterworks. The exhibition traced his development as artist and evolution of his voice. Walking through the exhibition before opening, Marcus felt complex emotions. Pride in work accomplished, yes, but also humility, recognizing how much he'd learned from stone itself, from Catherine and other teachers, from community of makers who had supported him. His early pieces looked crude to him now, uncertain technique, unclear vision, but they also showed seeds of what would develop: the focus on silence and stillness, the contrast of smooth and rough, the interest in natural, organic forms. His middle period showed rapid technical development, more ambitious projects, more complex forms, growing confidence and capability. These pieces demonstrated mastery of craft, ability to realize vision in stone. But his later work transcended technique. These pieces had a quality of inevitability and truth that came from years of deep practice, from learning to truly listen to stone, from working from silence rather than ego. They were his best work, not because technique was better, but because intention was purer. The retrospective opening drew large crowd, collectors, curators, fellow artists, former students, friends, and supporters. Many people spoke about Marcus's influence on their lives and work. David, his former mentee who now taught stone carving himself, spoke about Marcus's mentorship. Marcus showed me that stone carving wasn't just artistic technique, but spiritual practice. He taught me to work from silence, to listen to material, to let ego dissolve into process. This understanding transformed not just my work, but my entire life. Catherine, Marcus's original teacher, now in her 90s, spoke about seeing him develop. When Marcus first came to my workshop, I knew immediately he had it, that combination of patience, attention, and humility necessary for good carving. Watching him develop over decades has been profound satisfaction. He surpassed me as carver and as teacher. That's what every teacher hopes for. A curator from a major museum spoke about Marcus's contribution to contemporary sculpture. Marcus Moore has shown that traditional stone carving remains a vital art form in contemporary world.
His work bridges ancient techniques and modern sensibility, honoring craft tradition while expressing contemporary spiritual yearning. He's influenced an entire generation of sculptors. When Marcus spoke, he emphasized gratitude for Catherine, who taught him, for stone that instructed him, for students who learned from him, for community that supported him, for opportunity to pursue this work. "I was lucky," he said, "lucky to discover stone carving at 43, lucky to have courage to leave architecture, lucky to find teachers and support. But luck isn't passive. You have to be ready for it, open to it, willing to follow when opportunity calls. That's what I encourage everyone. Stay open to your calling. When it calls, answer. The work that truly fits you brings satisfaction beyond anything conventional success offers."
The retrospective traveled to several museums over the following year. Thousands of people saw it. Many wrote to Marcus describing how his work or his story had affected them. Some became stone carvers. Others pursued different crafts. All shared a sense of being inspired toward more meaningful work and life. Marcus continued carving into his 70s, though at reduced pace. His hands had arthritis now, made extended work difficult. But he still carved several hours daily, still found deep satisfaction in rhythm of mallet striking chisel, in conversation with stone, in practice he devoted nearly 3 decades to. He thought often about legacy, not fame or recognition, that mattered little to him, but passing knowledge forward, ensuring stone carving tradition continued, inspiring others toward meaningful work, that mattered deeply. He had trained dozens of carvers who were now professionals themselves, teaching their own students, continuing the lineage. He had written books and articles sharing his understanding. He had advocated for craft education and exhibition opportunities. He had lived his values publicly, modeling alternative path. This felt like enough, more than enough. He had found his calling and followed it completely. He had transformed himself and helped others transform. He had served stone and those who came to learn about it. What more could anyone ask? Marcus died peacefully at 78. He was in his studio, working on small limestone carving, when his heart simply stopped. He died as he had lived his last 3 decades, present with stone, engaged in work he loved, exactly where he belonged. His memorial was held at the Art School Sculpture Garden, where several of his pieces stood permanently. Hundreds attended, former students, fellow artists, collectors, friends, people whose lives he had touched through work or teaching. His sculptures stood silent witness to gathering, monumental granite forms creating sacred space, inviting contemplation, embodying the silence and stillness that had been Marcus's gift. People spoke about what Marcus had meant to them, about his mentoring, his example, his work's impact, his teaching's influence. Each story revealed another facet of his contribution, another way his life had mattered. David, now established carver and teacher himself, spoke. "Marcus taught me that stone carving is meditation,
that craft is spiritual path, that we serve best when we empty ego and listen deeply. Every piece I make, every student I teach carries his influence. The lineage continues. Jennifer, the former lawyer who became woodworker after hearing Marcus speak, shared, "I never met Marcus personally, except at that one talk, but his story changed my life. He showed that transformation at midlife was possible, that we could build lives around values rather than just money. I'm not stone carver, but I'm craftsperson because Marcus showed the way." A museum curator spoke about Marcus's artistic legacy. "His work will endure for centuries. Stone doesn't decay. Future generations will encounter his sculptures, will experience the stillness and presence he carved into them. He created sacred objects that serve contemplation and awakening. That's a rare and precious contribution." Catherine's daughter spoke for her mother, who was too frail to attend. "My mother says Marcus was her finest student, not because his technique was best, though it was excellent, but because he understood stone carving's deeper purpose, not making impressive objects, but creating silence, serving contemplation, supporting awakening. He embodied the teaching completely."
After formal speeches, people sat among Marcus's sculptures in the garden. The stone forms created contemplative space just as they were designed to. People sat in silence, honoring Marcus's life, feeling presence he had carved into stone. As evening fell, someone began reading from Marcus's book, passages about listening to stone, about working from silence, about craft as spiritual practice. The words echoed in the garden, among stones that embodied their meaning. Marcus's ashes were scattered at a quarry where he had sourced stone for decades. His body returned to earth, would eventually become stone itself, completing the cycle. What had been alive would become mineral, would be carved by future carvers, would become art again. His studio was preserved as teaching space. The art school maintained it exactly as Marcus had left it, his tools, his workbench, his stones in various stages of completion. Students could work there, feel his presence, learn from space he had inhabited for decades. His sculptures continued serving their purpose in museums, meditation centers, public gardens, private collections. Wherever his work resided, it created space for stillness. People would sit before his pieces and find their minds quieting, their stress dissolving, their consciousness opening to something deeper. The stone carving community he had helped build continued thriving. New carvers emerged, learned the craft, developed their own voices. Teachers taught his techniques and his philosophy. The tradition flowed forward, generation to generation. His books remained in print, continued finding new readers, continued inspiring people toward more meaningful work. His story, architect who left it all to carve stone, who found calling at 43, who built rich life around craft and teaching, resonated across decades, showing that transformation was always possible. 20 years after Marcus's death, a man named James stood in gallery looking at one of Marcus's sculptures. James was 42. Successful software executive, completely burned out and empty. The sculpture, smooth limestone curves suggesting water and light, drew him into unexpected stillness.
He stood before it for 30 minutes, unusual for him, his restless mind gradually quieting. Something about the piece spoke to him deeply, the combination of strength and gentleness, the balance of solid and void, the sense of perfect stillness amid flow. He bought catalog, read about Marcus Moore, the architect who became stone carver, who chose meaning over money, who found his calling in midlife. James felt shock of recognition. This was him. He was standing where Marcus had stood, feeling what Marcus had felt. The sculpture didn't leave James's thoughts. He researched stone carving, visited quarries, took beginner workshop. Working with stone for first time, feeling its weight and resistance and possibility, something clicked for James. 3 months later, he gave notice at his software job. He apprenticed with a stone carver for a year. He sold his expensive condo and rented workshop space. He committed completely to the craft. Not everyone understood his choice, but James didn't need understanding. He needed to follow what called to him, to build life around work that mattered, to become himself fully. He was following Marcus's path, not copying it, but walking his own version of it, inspired by Marcus's example, encouraged by Marcus's success, supported by Marcus's teaching, even though they'd never met.
The lineage continued. Marcus had learned from Catherine. He had taught David and others. They taught their students. James learned from one of those students. Knowledge flowed forward like a river, connecting generations of stone carvers. And in studios and quarries, in museums and gardens, in teaching spaces and public squares, stone carvers worked. They struck chisels with mallets. They listened to stone. They revealed forms hidden within solid rock. They practiced ancient craft in modern world, kept tradition alive, created beauty and silence and space for contemplation. They served stone and they served people, offering presence in world increasingly distracted, offering stillness in world increasingly agitated. Marcus's spirit lived in their work. His teaching resonated in their practice. His example inspired their commitment. He was gone, but never absent, dead, but forever present in stone and in students and in lineage extending forward through time. The stone remembers. Each carved piece holds intention of carver who shaped it. Marcus's sculptures remember his attention, his patience, his dedication, his love for material and practice. They carry his presence forward, offering it to anyone who stops and looks and opens to silence they embody. Sleep now, dear listener. Let the story of Marcus and stone wrap around you. Know that transformation calls, that meaningful work awaits, that it's never too late to answer your calling. Rest in stone's silence. Dream of mallet striking chisel, of forms emerging from solid rock, of lives carved into meaning through patience and dedication. All is well. The stone endures. The teaching continues. The craft flows forward. Forever carved in silence. Eternally present in stone. Now and always. Sweet dreams. As Marcus entered his final decade of life, his relationship with stone reached profound depth.
He was no longer carving stone, but allowing stone to reveal itself through him. The distinction was subtle but essential. His work became even more minimal. Where earlier pieces involved complex forms and intricate surfaces, his late work was radically simple. Pure geometric forms that somehow contained infinite subtlety, surfaces finished to perfection, yet retaining trace of hand that made them. One series consisted of perfect spheres carved from different stones: marble, granite, limestone, alabaster. Each sphere was exactly the same size, 12 inches in diameter, but each was utterly unique because each stone was unique. The series explored identity and difference, unity and diversity, form and material. Creating perfect sphere by hand requires extraordinary skill. Even slight variation shows as flat spot or bump. Marcus spent months on each sphere, measuring constantly, removing material microscopically, approaching perfection asymptotically, knowing he could never reach it, but coming very close. The Sphere series was exhibited at a prestigious museum and created sensation. Critics praised its meditation on perfection, its dialogue between human skill and natural beauty, its stillness that somehow implies eternal motion. But for Marcus, the series was more personal exploration than public statement. He was investigating limits of his own capability, pushing his skill to extreme, discovering what was possible through patient, dedicated practice. Each sphere taught him something. The marble sphere taught him about refinement, how taking away smallest amounts reveals inner light of stone. The granite sphere taught him about persistence, how hard materials yield only to sustained, patient effort. The limestone sphere taught him about respect, how softer stones require different touch, a gentler approach. Working on these spheres, Marcus experienced carving as meditation in its purest form. Hours would pass with only slight visible progress, but internal progress was profound, a deepening of attention, a settling of mind, an opening into timeless present. He was 74 when he completed the final sphere. Looking at the 7 spheres together, identical in form, radically different in material, Marcus felt he had achieved something important, not just artistic accomplishment, but spiritual practice carried to depth that revealed truth. Visitors to the exhibition would often stand before the spheres for long periods, drawn into their stillness. Some reported having profound experiences, moments of clarity, feelings of peace, a sense of being in the presence of something sacred. One visitor wrote in comment book, "Standing before these spheres, my mind became quiet for first time in months. The perfection of form, the beauty of stone, the obvious care in making, it all pointed to something beyond objects themselves. I felt I was in the presence of love made visible." This moved Marcus deeply. This was what he hoped his work could do, not impress people with skill, but open them to a deeper reality, to stillness beneath activity, to peace available in the present moment. Marcus's teaching evolved in his 70s. He was less interested in technique. Students could learn that from books and videos. He focused on what couldn't be learned from sources, only from direct transmission through relationship with experienced teacher. He taught about patience, not just waiting, but active engagement with time, understanding that valuable things require time, that rushing ruins work and prevents learning. He taught about attention, quality of presence that notices everything, that sees what's actually there rather than what we expect, that stays connected to direct experience rather than drifting into thought. He taught about humility, recognizing we're servants of work rather than masters of it, that stone is teacher and we are students, that our job is listening and responding rather than imposing and dominating. He taught about perseverance, continuing through difficulty and doubt, trusting that sustained practice leads to breakthrough, accepting that growth includes struggle. He taught about silence, not absence of sound, but quality of stillness, spaciousness within which creativity emerges, peace that underlies and supports all activity.
These teachings weren't abstract philosophy. They emerged from Marcus's lived experience of carving stone for decades, from mistakes made and lessons learned, from transformation worked through extended practice. Students who grasped these deeper teachings thrived. Their work took on quality beyond technique, presence, authenticity, depth. They understood stone carving as complete practice, engaging whole person, not just skill to master. One student who particularly embodied these teachings was a young woman named Maya. She was 28, had been carving for 3 years, showed remarkable natural talent combined with unusual maturity. Marcus took her on as special mentee, teaching her not just in group classes, but through one-on-one apprenticeship. He shared everything he knew, not just about carving, but about building life around craft, about sustaining long-term practice, about navigating art world while maintaining integrity. Maya absorbed it all. She practiced with dedication that impressed even Marcus. She asked profound questions. She worked from silence and authentic motivation rather than ego and ambition. You remind me of my younger self, that same hunger for something real, same willingness to work hard for it, same understanding that craft is path, not just profession. You're going to do good work. Maya did do good work. Under Marcus's mentorship, she developed quickly. By 30, she was exhibiting in galleries, selling her pieces, supporting herself through carving. She had found her calling and was pursuing it with complete commitment. Marcus felt pride watching her succeed. He was doing what Catherine had done for him, passing knowledge forward, supporting next generation, ensuring tradition continued. Maya would teach others who would teach others, extending lineage forward through time. Marcus also taught through writing. He published articles in craft journals, philosophy magazines, spirituality publications. He wrote about stone carving, but also about broader themes, meaningful work, presence, simplicity, dedication to practice. One essay, The Way of Stone, articulated his mature understanding of craft as spiritual path.
He argued that working with hands and natural materials was inherently spiritual practice. It cultivated presence, humility, patience, respect for material world, connection to tradition and lineage. Modern life is abstract and virtual. Most people work with symbols and screens, never touching real materials, never using their hands to make anything physical. This abstraction is spiritually depleting. Working with stone or wood or clay or fiber reconnects us to material reality, to our bodies, to direct engagement with world. This reconnection is healing, is necessary, is itself spiritual practice. The essay was widely read and discussed. It resonated with people who felt lost in modern abstraction, who longed for more direct and tangible engagement with life. Many reported being inspired to learn craft, to work with hands, to seek more concrete practices. One letter came from a corporate executive who had read Marcus's essay and decided to learn woodworking. "Your words gave me permission to pursue what I'd always wanted but dismissed as impractical. I'm taking classes now, spending weekends making furniture by hand. It's hard but satisfying in a way my corporate work never was. Thank you for showing that craft is a viable path." These letters confirmed for Marcus that his writing served important purpose. Not everyone would become stone carver, but many people needed a reminder that direct work with materials offered meaning and satisfaction unavailable in virtual work. His writing provided that reminder.
In his late 70s, Marcus created what would be his final major series. He had been commissioned by Cathedral to create sculpture for a meditation chapel. They wanted piece that would support contemplation and prayer without being overtly religious. Marcus spent a year on the commission, his longest single project ever. He carved enormous piece from single block of white marble, 6 feet tall, weighing several tons. The form suggested flame or fountain, upward movement frozen in stone, solid mass that somehow felt light and rising. The technical challenge was extreme. Working at this scale with such hard stone required not just skill, but strength and endurance Marcus had to husband carefully given his age. He worked short sessions with long rests, listening to his body, accepting limitations while pushing them gently. But beyond technical challenge was artistic one. How to create something that pointed toward transcendent without being didactic, that invited spiritual experience without prescribing specific belief, that served contemplation without overwhelming it. Marcus worked his way toward solution through patient exploration, trying different approaches, refining gradually, letting form emerge organically from dialogue with stone. The finished piece achieved exactly what was needed. It was powerful but not dominating, spiritual but not sectarian, contemplative but not passive. When installed in Cathedral's meditation chapel, the sculpture transformed the space. It became a natural focal point, drawing eye and attention upward,
suggesting transcendence without insisting on it. People who sat in the chapel reported their prayers and meditations deepened. The cathedral dean told Marcus, "You've created something rare, art that truly serves worship, that facilitates rather than distracts from contemplation. Many religious artworks are impressive, but they call attention to themselves. Your sculpture points beyond itself toward mystery. That's the highest purpose of sacred art." This pleased Marcus immensely. He had served his deepest values through this work, creating beauty that pointed toward truth, making something that helped people connect with spiritual depth, contributing to sacred space where people could find peace. The Cathedral Commission was widely publicized. It led to other commissions for contemplative spaces, meditation centers, retreats, healing spaces, memorials. Marcus was selective, accepting only projects aligned with his values, where his work would truly serve contemplative purpose. One commission he accepted was a memorial for victims of tragedy. The organization wanted sculpture that honored grief while offering hope, that acknowledged loss while affirming life. Marcus created piece from black granite, forms suggesting both descent and ascent, heaviness and lightness, presence and absence. When installed at the memorial site, the sculpture became a focal point for communal grieving. People would come to sit with it, to cry, to remember those they'd lost. They reported that the sculpture somehow held their grief, witnessed it, made it bearable. A woman who had lost her son told Marcus, "Your sculpture gives form to my grief. Seeing it helps me feel my loss without being destroyed by it. The stone is heavy like grief, but also beautiful, solid, enduring. It shows me grief can coexist with beauty, that loss is part of life, not negation of it. Thank you for this gift." Creating work with such deep impact on people's lives gave Marcus profound satisfaction. This was why he carved, not for recognition or success, but to serve, to help, to offer beauty and meaning in a world that desperately needed both. As he approached 80, Marcus knew his working years were ending. His hands were increasingly arthritic. His strength was diminishing. He could still carve, but for shorter periods, simpler projects, less physically demanding work. He made peace with this. He had carved for 35 years, created hundreds of pieces, influenced thousands of people. He had lived his calling fully, had dedicated himself completely to the practice he loved. What more could anyone ask? His final piece was small, palm-sized limestone form suggesting seed or egg, beginning and potential. He carved it slowly over several months, working when hands allowed, resting when they demanded. It became a meditation on endings that are also beginnings, on completion that implies continuation. He signed it, dated it, marked it clearly as his final work. Then he placed it on shelf with his other pieces, satisfied. His work was complete. The practice had brought him where it needed to bring him. He was ready for whatever came next.
Marcus died in his sleep at 78, peacefully, without pain or distress. He died knowing he had lived well, had followed his calling, had created work that mattered, had taught well and passed knowledge forward. His memorial service was held in a sculpture garden where many of his pieces stood. The stone forms he had created surrounded the gathering, bearing witness, embodying the silence and presence that had been his gift to world. Hundreds attended, students, fellow artists, collectors, people whose lives had been touched by his work or teaching. Maya, his closest student, organized everything, honoring Marcus with care and respect he had always shown others. The service began with silence, 5 minutes of sitting quietly surrounded by Marcus's sculptures. No words, no music, just silence, acknowledging that Marcus's deepest teaching was about silence, about presence, about stillness that underlies activity. After silence, people spoke. Catherine's granddaughter spoke for the family about Marcus's transformation of her grandmother's life. David talked about Marcus's mentoring and how it had shaped his own practice. The cathedral dean described the sculpture's impact on the chapel and on people who used it. Maya spoke last about what Marcus had taught her. He showed me that stone carving is meditation, that craft is spiritual practice, that we serve best when we empty ourselves and listen. Every piece I make carries his teaching. Every student I teach receives his wisdom. The lineage continues unbroken. After formal service, people wandered among Marcus's sculptures, touching them, sitting with them, saying private goodbyes. The stone forms offered exactly what they were designed to offer: spaces for contemplation, invitations to presence, reminders of deeper truth beneath the surface of life.
Marcus's ashes were scattered at a quarry where he had sourced stone for decades. His body returned to earth would eventually become stone again, would be carved by future carvers, would become art once more. The cycle was complete and continuing. His studio was preserved as teaching space. The art school maintained it exactly as Marcus left it, allowing students to work there, to feel his presence, to connect with lineage of stone carving he represented. His sculptures continued serving their purpose across the world, in museums and gardens, in cathedrals and meditation centers, in public squares and private collections. Wherever his work resided, it created stillness, invited contemplation, offered beauty that pointed beyond itself. The stone carving community he had helped strengthen continued growing. New carvers discovered the craft. Old traditions were preserved and adapted. Knowledge flowed forward through networks of teaching and practice. His books remained essential reading for stone carvers and for anyone interested in craft as spiritual practice. His essays were anthologized, studied in courses on art and spirituality. His story inspired countless people toward more meaningful work.
25 years after Marcus's death, the art school organized major retrospective exhibitions celebrating his life and work. Over 100 pieces from public and private collections. The exhibition traced his development from early experiments through mature masterworks. The retrospective drew enormous crowds. People lined up for hours to see it. They stood before sculptures in reverent silence, obviously moved. Many reported profound experiences, moments of clarity, feelings of peace, sudden understanding about their own lives. One visitor was a man named Thomas, who was 45, successful tech entrepreneur, empty despite outward success. He stood before Marcus's Sphere series for over an hour, drawn into stillness he rarely experienced. Reading about Marcus in exhibition catalog, architect who became stone carver at 43, who chose meaning over money, who built rich life around craft, Thomas felt shock of recognition. This was him. He was standing where Marcus had stood, feeling what Marcus had felt. Marcus's path called to Thomas across decades. The sculptures spoke in a language beyond words. The silence they embodied entered him, shifted something fundamental. 3 months later, Thomas enrolled in a stone carving workshop. First time working with stone, feeling its weight and resistance and possibility, he knew he had found something essential, something that had been missing from his tech work, from his life. He didn't quit his job immediately, but he began carving seriously, studying with teachers descended from Marcus's lineage of students. He spent every free hour in studio. He felt himself changing, becoming calmer, more present, more aligned with his truth. Eventually, he would leave tech career to carve full-time. He would build a life around meaningful work, would teach students, would extend lineage forward. He would follow Marcus's path in his own way, inspired by Marcus's example, supported by Marcus's teaching, though they never met. The chain continued unbroken. Catherine taught Marcus. Marcus taught Maya and David and others. They taught their students. Thomas learned from one of those students. Knowledge flowed forward like a river, generation to generation.
And somewhere, always, someone was discovering stone carving for first time, feeling shock of direct engagement with material, experiencing satisfaction of making something real with their own hands, beginning transformation that would unfold over years. The stone remembers. Each carved piece holds intention of maker, carries their presence forward through time. Marcus's sculptures remember his patience, his attention, his love for stone and practice. They offer these qualities to anyone who stops and looks and opens to silence they embody. His legacy lives not in fame or wealth, but in influence, in students he taught, in people he inspired, in tradition he strengthened, in beauty he created, in silence he made visible in stone. The stone carver's path continues winding through time, calling those ready to hear it, offering transformation to those brave enough to walk it. Sleep now, dear listener. Let Marcus's story settle into your heart. Know that calling awaits, that meaningful work exists, that transformation is always possible. Rest in stone silence. Dream of forms emerging from solid rock, of lives carved into meaning through patient practice. All is well. The stone endures. The teaching flows. The craft continues. Now and forever. Carved in silence. Eternal in stone. Sweet dreams. In a museum where Marcus's retrospective hung, a researcher named Dr. Sarah Chen studied impact of contemplative art on viewers' psychological states. She measured before and after stress levels, did interviews, documented experiences people reported. Marcus's work showed remarkable effects. People who spent even brief time with his sculptures showed measurable decreases in stress markers, increases in markers associated with calm and presence. Many reported experiences ranging from simple peace to profound spiritual opening. What made his work so effective? Dr. Chen analyzed various factors. The perfection of form certainly played a role. Our brains respond positively to mathematical harmony. The beauty of natural stone appealed to innate human love of natural materials. But something more subtle was at work. Dr. Chen's interviews revealed people sensed intention in the work, the care and presence Marcus had brought to making. They felt met by something, acknowledged by consciousness that had shaped stone. It's like the silence in me recognizes silence in the sculpture, one interview subject said. Marcus carved from quiet mind, and that quiet is present in the stone. When I look at his work, my mind quiets too, like silence calling to silence. This intrigued Dr. Chen. Could artwork carry consciousness of maker? Could presence be transmitted through material? It seemed unscientific, yet people consistently reported experiencing it.
She interviewed stone carvers who had studied with Marcus, asking what he taught about working from silence. They described his emphasis on emptying oneself, on becoming a vessel for stone's intention rather than imposing personal vision. Marcus taught that best work comes when you get out of the way, one former student explained. When ego quiets and you simply listen to stone, respond to what it wants to become. Work made from that place has different quality, peaceful, true, alive somehow. Dr. Chen published her findings in peer-reviewed journal. The transmission of presence through form, how contemplative practice influences artistic impact, became widely cited article, bridging art history and consciousness studies. The research validated what many had intuitively felt. Marcus's work was powerful not just because of technical skill, but because of consciousness he brought to practice. His decades of meditation through carving had refined his awareness to points where work emerged from deep stillness. That stillness was perceptible to viewers, invited them into similar state.
This understanding spread through art education. Teachers began emphasizing not just technique, but artists' state of mind, quality of attention brought to work. Marcus's example showed that how we make something affects what we make in subtle but powerful ways. One educator wrote, Marcus Moore demonstrated that craft is consciousness made visible. The care, presence, and silence he cultivated through decades of practice infused his sculptures, made them vehicles for transmitting those qualities to viewers. This has profound implications for how we teach art. It's not just about mastering technique, but about developing consciousness. Marcus's influence on art education continued expanding. His books became required reading in many programs. His approach, emphasizing silence, patience, listening to materials, craft as spiritual practice, influenced an entire generation of artists and teachers. But his influence extended far beyond art world. Business leaders studied his transition from architecture to stone carving, learning about finding meaningful work. Therapists used his story to help clients stuck in unfulfilling careers. Spiritual teachers pointed to his example of practice and dedication. One therapist specialized in midlife transitions incorporated Marcus's story into her practice. She would have clients read his memoir, discuss what resonated, explore their own callings. Marcus shows that transformation at midlife is possible, that we can build completely new lives, she explained. Many clients feel trapped by their choices, by time invested in careers that no longer fit. Marcus demonstrates you're never too old to change, never too invested to redirect, never too late to discover and follow your calling. Her clients' testimonials revealed Marcus's continuing impact. Reading about Marcus gave me courage to leave law and become a landscape designer. If he could change at 43, I could change at 48. Marcus showed me meaningful work is possible, that I don't have to settle for soul-crushing career just because it pays well. These transformations multiplied Marcus's legacy. Each person who changed their life based on his example became their own example for others. The ripples spread outward infinitely. The stone carving community he had strengthened grew significantly in the decades after his death. More carvers, more teachers, more galleries showing sculpture, more collectors buying it. Stone carving experienced a renaissance, moving from obscure craft to recognized art form.
Much of this growth traced to Marcus's influence. He had written extensively, taught generously, advocated effectively, modeled sustainable practice. He had shown that stone carvers could support themselves, could make good livings doing work they loved. This inspired others to pursue it seriously. Professional organizations emerged supporting stone carvers, providing resources, organizing exhibitions, advocating for craft education. These organizations often explicitly acknowledged Marcus's contribution to field's development. Marcus Moore demonstrated that traditional stone carving remained vital contemporary practice, one organization's mission statement read. His work bridged ancient technique and modern sensibility. His teaching strengthened the field. His example inspired countless artists. We build on foundation he helped lay. Educational programs in stone carving expanded. Where once few schools taught it seriously, now many offered comprehensive training. Curricula often drew heavily from Marcus's books and teaching methods. Teachers would show videos of Marcus working, have students read his writings, take them to see his sculptures. Study Marcus more, they would say, not to copy him, but to understand what's possible when craft becomes complete practice, when you dedicate yourself fully, when you work from silence rather than ego. His sculptures in public spaces became pilgrimage sites for serious stone carvers. They would visit, would sit with the work, would study how it was made, would absorb presence it embodied. Many reported these visits as transformative, seeing masterworks in person, feeling their power directly, being inspired to deepen their own practice. One carver wrote after visiting Marcus's cathedral piece, "Standing before that sculpture changed me. I saw what's possible, what stone carving can achieve when practiced at highest level. I understood that technique alone isn't enough. You need presence, silence, dedication to something beyond personal success. I returned to my studio recommitted to practice with new depth." These experiences showed Marcus's work continued teaching long after his death. The sculptures themselves were teachers, offering lessons to anyone who approached them with attention and openness. Museums reported that visitors spent unusual amounts of time with Marcus's work, far longer than average for most art. People would sit before his sculptures for extended periods, obviously moved, often returning multiple times during exhibition. Gallery guards confirmed this. People relate to his work differently than other art, less about looking and analyzing, more about being with it, receiving something from it. I've seen people cry in front of his pieces, seen them sit in meditation, seen their whole demeanor change. This sustained engagement validated Marcus's intention. He hadn't made art to impress or entertain. He made it to serve, to offer stillness and beauty, to point toward truth beyond words. His work continued fulfilling that purpose decades after his death. The cathedral where his major sculpture stood reported that meditation chapel had become the most used space in the building. People came specifically to sit with Marcus's sculpture, to pray or meditate in its presence. "It's become sacred object," the current dean said, "not because we declared it so, but because people experience it that way. The sculpture facilitates contemplation, supports spiritual practice, embodies qualities people seek in their prayer: silence, presence, pointing toward mystery. Marcus gave us a gift that keeps giving." This was perhaps Marcus's truest legacy, not fame or recognition, but ongoing service through work. His sculptures continued doing what he had intended, creating spaces for silence, supporting contemplation, offering beauty that nourished souls. And the teaching continued flowing forward. Maya, his closest student, now ran major stone carving school, training dozens of students annually. David taught at university and wrote extensively about craft practice. Other students taught in various settings, each passing forward what Marcus had taught them. Through these teachers, Marcus's understanding reached hundreds of students who had never met him but learned his approaches, adopted his values, continued his lineage. The chain remained unbroken. Catherine taught Marcus. Marcus taught Maya and David and many others. They taught their students. Those students taught theirs. Knowledge and values flowed forward through living relationships, generation to generation. And always, somewhere, someone was having experience Marcus had had, standing before stone sculpture and feeling called, taking first workshop and discovering passion, making first peace and experiencing satisfaction unlike anything conventional work offered. The stone carver's path continued calling. Marcus had walked it fully, had shown what was possible, had left maps through books and teachings and example. The path remained available to anyone brave enough to follow it. Close your eyes and imagine standing before a perfect sphere carved from white marble, 12 inches in diameter, its surface polished to mirror smoothness, yet somehow retaining trace of hand that made it. You reach out hesitantly and touch it. The stone is cool, smooth, solid. Your fingers trace its curve, perfectly round, no flat spots, no bumps, just pure spherical form. But as you touch it, you sensed something more than geometric perfection. The stone seems alive somehow, seems to hum with presence. You realize this sphere was carved by hand, by someone who spent months removing material microscopically, approaching perfection through patient dedication. The care is palpable. The attention is present in every smooth inch. Someone loved this sphere into being, worked on it with complete focus, brought all their skill and presence to creating it. You feel that presence now through the stone. It's calling you into similar state, focused, calm, present. Your racing thoughts slow. Your chronically tense shoulders relax. You become aware of your breath, of being alive in this moment. The sphere teaches silence, not absence of sound, but quality of stillness underlying everything. The silence from which Marcus worked, which he carved into stone, which stone now offers back to you. You understand, this is what art can do. Not entertain or impress, but transform. Not display skill, but transmit presence. Not call attention to itself, but point beyond itself toward truth. You stand with the sphere for timeless time. Could be minutes, could be hours. Time doesn't matter in silence. There's only this: sphere, hands, breath, presence. Finally, reluctantly, you step back. But something has shifted. You carry the sphere's teaching with you now. The reminder that silence is available, that presence is possible, that beauty exists and can be touched.
This is Marcus's gift.
Not just stone beautifully carved, but consciousness transmitted through form. Silent teaching offered to anyone who stops and looks and opens to receive it. You walk through museums seeing everything differently now. Other artworks seem noisy, agitated, demanding attention. Marcus's work offers something quieter but more profound. Invitation into silence, into presence, into truth beyond words. You leave museum changed. The change is subtle but real. You walk more slowly, you notice more, you feel more present with your life. The sphere's silence echoes in you, reminds you of what's possible, calls you toward deeper way of being. This is how Marcus's work continues serving, not through museums and exhibitions alone, but through each person who encounters it, who receives its teaching, who carries silence forward into their life. You are part of chain now. Marcus carved sphere from silence. Sphere shared silence with you. You will share it with others through your own presence, your own work, your own way of being. The stone remembers. The silence endures. The teaching flows on, now and forever, carved in stone, alive in stillness, eternally present. Sleep now, beloved listener. Let Marcus's silence hold you. Dream of stone and form, of hands carving beauty, of lives dedicated to meaningful work. Rest deeply, dream truly, wake transformed. The stone carver's blessing upon you. May you find your stone. May you discover your form. May you carve your life into beauty, forever and always, silent and true, now and eternal.
May you find stillness beneath activity. May you discover silence beneath noise. May you touch presence beneath distraction. May you choose meaning over money. May you choose purpose over prestige. May you choose authentic work over conventional success. May you have courage of Marcus, courage to leave security, courage to start over at midlife, courage to follow calling completely. May you have patience of stone carver, working steadily without rush, trusting that valuable things require time, accepting that mastery comes through decades of practice. May you have humility of craftsperson, recognizing that materials are teachers, that we serve work rather than dominate it, that best results come when we empty ourselves and listen. May you work with your hands, touching real materials, making physical things, engaging body and senses together. May you practice silence, not avoiding sound, but cultivating stillness, becoming familiar with quiet depths beneath surface of mind. May you find your teachers, those who know the path because they've walked it, who share knowledge generously, who support without controlling. May you teach what you learn, passing knowledge forward, supporting next generation, keeping traditions alive while adapting them thoughtfully. May you create beauty, not for recognition or profit, but because beauty matters, because world needs it, because making it nourishes your soul.
May you serve through your work, making things that help others, that offer peace or joy or utility, that contribute something valuable to world. May you trust the process, accepting that growth includes struggle, that setbacks are part of learning, that perseverance through difficulty leads to breakthrough. May you honor materials, respecting their nature, working with their character, revealing their inherent beauty rather than imposing your will. May you connect with lineage, understanding that you're part of a chain of makers stretching back millennia, receiving from past, offering to future. May you live simply, not out of poverty, but out of choice, recognizing that less can be more, that freedom comes from needing little. May you be present, bringing full attention to each moment, each task, each person, finding richness in ordinary things. May you age gracefully, accepting physical decline while maintaining spirit, stepping back from doing while deepening in being, facing death without fear because life was lived fully. May your work outlast you, serving people long after you're gone, carrying your intention forward through time, continuing to give your gifts. May you know deep satisfaction, not from external success, but from internal alignment, from doing work that matters, from living according to values. May stone's lessons become your lessons, that hardness can hold beauty, that patience reveals form, that resistance serves transformation, that silence speaks truth, that endurance matters, that presence is everything. Sleep now in stone's silence. Dream of forms waiting in rock. Awake to carve your life into meaning. The stone carver's path awaits. The silence calls. The work begins. Now, always, forever. Sweet dreams, dear carver of life. May you find your stone and free its hidden beauty. Amen, and blessed be. The end that is beginning, the silence that sings, the stone that lives. Sleep, peace, silence, stone, forever.
Decades after Marcus carved his final piece, stone continues teaching. In quarries and studios, in museums and gardens, in hands of carvers and eyes of viewers, stone offers its ancient wisdom. The stone teaches patience. It yields slowly, only to sustained effort. You cannot rush stone. You must work at its pace, accept its timeline, trust that steady persistence brings results. The stone teaches humility. It is harder than you, older than you, wiser than you. It was here millions of years before you arrived. It will be here long after you're gone. It doesn't care about your ego or ambition. It simply is. The stone teaches listening. Each block has its own character, where it's hard or soft, where veins run, where interesting formations hide. Good carvers learn to read stone, to hear what it wants to become, to work in partnership rather than domination.
The stone teaches presence. You cannot carve while thinking about past or future. You must be here, now, attentive to this chisel strike, this moment of contact between tool and stone. Stone demands presence and rewards it with flow. The stone teaches acceptance. It has flaws, cracks, impurities, variations in hardness. You can fight these or work with them, incorporating them into design. Stone teaches that imperfection is not failure, but character, that working with what is brings better results than demanding what isn't.
The stone teaches transformation. Hard rock becomes beautiful form through patient removal of what doesn't belong. This is also how humans transform, not by adding, but by removing, not by becoming more, but by revealing what was always there beneath accumulation of false selves and social conditioning. Marcus understood these teachings. He received them through decades of daily practice. He embodied them in his work and in his life. He passed them forward through students, through sculptures, through words that continue teaching long after his death. His understanding lives in every carver who works from silence, who listens to stone, who practices with dedication and humility. It lives in pieces carved by students he taught and students they taught, extending forward through lineage that will continue as long as humans carve stone. It lives in people who never carved stone, but learned from Marcus's example that transformation is possible, that meaningful work exists, that we can build lives around our values rather than just our bills. It lives in stillness embodied in his sculptures, in silence they offer to viewers, in contemplative spaces they create wherever they stand. The teaching continues, not through dogma or doctrine, but through direct transmission, stone to carver, to stone, to viewer, to life. Living teaching that adapts to each person while maintaining essential truth. That truth is simple. Presence matters. Patience transforms. Silence speaks. Beauty serves. Work aligns with values, brings satisfaction beyond what conventional success offers. We can change. We can choose differently. We can build meaningful lives. Marcus walked this truth completely. He left corporate success to carve stone. He found his calling at midlife. He practiced with dedication for decades. He taught generously. He created beauty that serves contemplation. He lived well according to his own values. His path remains available. Not identical path. Not everyone should or will become stone carver, but essential pattern is accessible to anyone. Find what truly calls to you. Have courage to pursue it. Practice with dedication. Share what you learn. Serve through your work. Live with integrity. The stone carver's path is really the authentic path, the path of following your true calling rather than someone else's expectations,
of building life around meaning rather than just money, of contributing something valuable through work aligned with values. Marcus showed this path clearly. He carved it in stone, wrote it in books, taught it to students, embodied it in how he lived. His showing continues illuminating the way for others. Somewhere now, someone is standing before one of Marcus's sculptures. They don't know they're about to be changed. They think they're just looking at art. But the silence in the stone is calling to silence in them. The presence Marcus carved into marble decades ago is meeting their own capacity for presence. Their mind quiets, their shoulders drop, their breath deepens. For a moment, they're fully present, fully here, fully themselves. Stone has given them gift, reminder of what's possible, invitation into deeper way of being. They'll walk away changed, even if change is subtle. They'll remember that moment of presence. They'll seek it again in their life. They'll make choices, small at first, toward more authentic way of being. Maybe they'll leave unfulfilling job. Maybe they'll learn a craft. Maybe they'll simplify their life. Maybe they'll just become more present with what they already have. The specific doesn't matter. What matters is movement toward authenticity, toward alignment, toward life lived according to deep truth rather than surface pressures.
This is how Marcus's work continues serving, through each person who encounters it and receives its teaching, through ripples spreading outward from each encounter, through transformation multiplying across time and space. The stone remembers everything. Marcus's patience, his attention, his love for material and practice. The stone holds these qualities, offers them to anyone who approaches with openness. The stone endures forever. Marcus's work will outlast trends and fashions, will continue speaking when current art movements are forgotten, will serve contemplation for centuries to come. The stone teaches truly, not through words but through presence, not through doctrine but through direct transmission, not through complexity but through profound simplicity. The stone carver's silence echoes through time. The marble's stillness calls across decades. The teaching flows forever forward. And you, dear listener, are part of this chain now. You've received Marcus's teaching through this story. You carry it forward through your life, through choices you make, through presence you bring, through ways you work and serve and create meaning. Marcus didn't know you, but he carved for you anyway. Every piece made from silence offers that silence to unknown future viewers. You are one of them. His gift reaches you across time through stone that remembers. Receive the gift. Honor it by living well. Pass it forward by being present, by doing meaningful work, by offering your own gifts to world. The stone waits for your hands. The form waits for your vision. The silence waits for your presence. The path waits for your footsteps.
Begin now. Begin here. Begin always. The stone carver's blessing upon you. The silence surrounds you. The presence holds you. Sleep deeply in stone's embrace. Dream truly in silence's depths. Wake ready to carve your life into meaning. Now and forever, stone and silence, work and presence, path and peace. The teaching continues. The stone endures. The silence speaks. Forever, always, now. Sweet dreams, beloved Carver. May you find your stone. May you free its beauty. May you serve well. Amen. Blessed be. The silence complete. Sleep.
In the quiet of deep night, when world sleeps and silence reigns, imagine all the stone Marcus ever carved. Hundreds of pieces scattered across the world, in museums and homes, in gardens and cathedrals, in schools and meditation centers. Each piece holds a fragment of his consciousness, a trace of his presence, a whisper of the silence from which he worked. Marble and granite and limestone, all remembering the hands that shaped them, all carrying forward the intention that guided their creation. If you could hear them all at once, these stones, what would they sing? What collective wisdom would they offer? They would sing of patience, of time honored rather than rushed, of growth that cannot be forced, of results that come only through sustained dedication. They would sing of presence, of attention fully given to each moment, of mind quieted through focus on work, of being here completely rather than scattered across past and future. They would sing of transformation, of rough blocks becoming beautiful forms, of material revealing hidden possibilities, of human lives changing through dedication to practice. They would sing of service, of art created not for ego, but for offering, of beauty shared freely, of work that helps others find peace and presence. They would sing of silence, not absence of sound, but quality of stillness, spaciousness that underlies and contains all activity, peace that passes understanding. This is Marcus's symphony, played in stone, resonating across decades, continuing forever. Each piece a note, each viewer a listener, each moment of contemplation before his work a participation in ongoing concert of presence and silence. You are listening now. Through this story, you've encountered Marcus's teaching. You've learned about his journey from architecture to stone carving, about his dedication to practice, about his commitment to working from silence, about his generous teaching, about his creation of beauty that serves contemplation.
What will you do with this teaching? How will it change you? Where will it lead you? These are questions only you can answer, but Marcus's example shows possibilities. You could leave unfulfilling work to pursue your calling, as he did. You could dedicate yourself to practice that engages your whole being. You could learn to work from silence rather than agitation. You could create beauty that serves others. You could teach generously,
passing knowledge forward. You could build life around meaning rather than just money. You could transform completely, becoming person you were meant to be. Or you could simply bring more presence to work you already do, more patience to relationships you already have, more silence to life you're already living. Even small changes sustained over time transform everything. The stone carver's path isn't about specific career or craft. It's about quality of engagement, bringing full attention to whatever you do, working from presence rather than distraction, serving something larger than yourself, finding meaning through dedication to practice. You can walk this path as accountant or teacher, as parent or artist, as gardener or healer. The specifics matter less than the how, approaching work with care, being fully present, serving well, creating beauty in whatever form your life takes. Marcus carved stone. Yours might be wood or clay or fabric. Or it might be children you raise, students you teach, gardens you tend, meals you cook, songs you sing, businesses you build, communities you serve. Whatever it is, approach it as Marcus approached stone, with reverence and attention, with patience and dedication, with ego set aside and silence welcomed in, with commitment to revealing inherent beauty, with intention to serve. The stone waits. Not literal stone necessarily, but your particular medium, whatever material or practice or relationship calls to you, invites your care, offers opportunity for dedication and transformation. Marcus's stone was marble and granite and limestone. Yours might be wood or clay or fabric. Or it might be children you raise, students you teach, gardens you tend, meals you cook, songs you sing, businesses you build, communities you serve. Whatever it is, approach it as Marcus approached stone, with reverence and attention, with patience and dedication, with ego set aside and silence welcomed in, with commitment to revealing inherent beauty, with intention to serve.
This is the teaching. This is the path. This is the way stone carved by hands guided by silence for decades teaches forever. Sleep now, beloved listener. You've received the teaching. Let it settle into your depths, into a place beyond words where true learning happens. Rest in silence Marcus embodied. Dream in presence he carved into stone. Wake ready to carve your own life into beauty. The blessing continues. May your hands be steady. May your attention be complete. May your patience be infinite. May your work be true. May your life be beautiful. May you serve well. May silence guide you. May presence fill you. May meaning sustain you. Now and forever and always, stone remembers. Silence endures. Teaching flows. Path continues. Work begins. Life transforms. Sleep in peace. Dream in silence. Wake in presence. The stone carver's final blessing.
You are the stone. You are the carver. You are the silence. You are the form emerging. You are everything. Carve well. Live fully. Serve beautifully. Forever. Amen. Sleep.
Breathe in slowly, deeply. Feel air filling your lungs, your body receiving what it needs. Hold for a moment at top of breath, then release slowly, completely. Again, inhale, hold, exhale. Let each breath be complete, unhurried, full. As you breathe, imagine yourself sitting before a perfect sphere of white marble, 12 inches across, surface polished smooth, form absolutely round. It sits on a simple pedestal at eye level. Soft light illuminates it from above. You reach out, touch the sphere. Cool, smooth stone beneath your fingers, solid, real, present. You trace its curve, perfectly round, no irregularities, just pure form. Feel the patience this required. Someone spent months creating this perfection, removing material microscopically, measuring constantly, working with complete attention. The sphere embodies patience made visible. Feel the presence this required. You cannot create perfection while distracted. The carver had to be completely here, completely focused, completely present with each chisel strike. The sphere embodies presence made visible. Breathe with the sphere. Inhale its patience, exhale your hurry. Inhale its presence, exhale your distraction. Inhale its silence, exhale your noise. With each breath, you become more like the sphere, calm, present, still. Your edges soften, your mind quiets, your body relaxes into this moment. The sphere teaches without words. It simply is, perfectly itself, completely present, eternally still. Being near it, touching it, breathing with it teaches you to be same, perfectly yourself, completely present, eternally still, beneath surface activity. This is Marcus's gift, transmitted through stone. This is what his decades of practice created. Objects that teach presence, that embody silence, that invite transformation. You sit with sphere as long as you need. Could be minutes, could be hours. Time doesn't matter in silence. There's only this eternal now, this breath, this presence. When you're ready, no rush, you stand. You bow slightly to sphere in gratitude for its teaching. You step back, but carry something with you. The sphere's silence now echoes in you. Its presence lives in you. Its patience guides you. You walk through your life differently now, slower, more deliberate, more present. You bring quality of sphere to everything you do. That patience, that presence, that silence. This is how stone teaches. This is how Marcus's work continues serving. This is how transformation happens, through contact with presence, through receiving teaching, through allowing change. You've been changed by this story, by Marcus's example, by Stone's teaching. The change might be subtle, but it's real. You see differently now. You know differently now. You are differently now.
Rest in this knowing, sleep in this presence, dream in this silence. When you wake, you'll carry it forward into your work, your relationships, your life. You'll carve your days more consciously, remove what doesn't belong, reveal what was always there beneath surface. You'll work with patience Marcus modeled, presence he embodied, silence he carved into stone, service he dedicated himself to.
This is your path now. Not stone carving necessarily, but conscious carving of life into meaning and beauty. Daily practice of presence and dedication. Sustained commitment to what truly matters. Marcus walked before you. He showed the way. The path is clear. The work awaits. The stone, your particular stone, your unique medium, is ready for your hands. Begin tomorrow. Begin tonight. Begin now in your dreams. Begin always, forever, with each breath. The stone carver's path never ends. Each ending is new beginning. Each completion opens new possibility. Each breath is fresh start. Breathe in patience, presence, silence. Breathe out hurry, distraction, noise. Breathe in beauty, meaning, service. Breathe out ego, grasping, fear. Continue breathing, continue being, continue becoming. The sphere breathes with you. The stone supports you. The silence holds you. The teaching guides you. The path calls you. Rest now in this knowing. Sleep now in this peace. Dream now in this silence. All is well. All is carved. All is complete, yet continuing. All is stone and breath and presence. Forever, always, now. Good night, dear Carver. Sleep deeply, dream silently, wake present. The stone blesses you. The silence keeps you. The teaching flows through you. Now and forever. Complete, eternal, silent, stone. Amen. Sleep. If stone could speak in human words, which it cannot, which it does not need to, it might say something like this: I have been here longer than you can imagine. I formed in Earth's depths under unimaginable pressure and heat. I rose through geological forces over millions of years. I weathered wind and rain, ice and sun, erosion and transformation. I have witnessed everything: the formation of mountains, the flow of ancient rivers, the passing of countless life forms. I remember when no humans walked this earth. I will remember when you are gone. I am not better than you. I am simply older, harder, more patient. I endure because enduring is my nature. You change because changing is yours. When you carve me, you do not diminish me. You reveal me. You remove what hides my inherent form. You bring out beauty I carried within but could not express alone. When Marcus carved me, I taught him patience. I am slow to yield. I respond only to sustained effort.
This frustrates those who want quick results. It teaches those willing to learn that valuable things take time. I taught him presence. You cannot carve me while thinking about something else. I demand your complete attention. One distracted strike can ruin hours of work. I require you to be here, now, fully engaged. I taught him humility. I am harder than you. I was here before you. I will outlast you. Your strength means nothing without skill. Your ego means nothing against my nature. You must approach me with respect, or I will defeat you. I taught him listening. Each of us stones is different, harder here, softer there, with veins running in particular directions, with flaws that must be worked around or incorporated. Good carvers learn to read stone, to understand what we want to become, to work with our character rather than against it. I taught him transformation. I began as rough block. Through patient work, I became sculpture. This same transformation happens in humans who dedicate themselves to practice. They begin rough and uncertain. They endure patient effort of growth. They emerge revealed and beautiful. Marcus understood these teachings. He received them not as abstract ideas, but as lived experience, embodied knowledge gained through decades of daily contact with stone. He carved hundreds of pieces. Each one taught him. Each one changed him. By the end, he and I were partners rather than separate entities. He knew stone so intimately that working with us was like breathing, natural, effortless, essential. He thought through his hands. He understood through direct contact. He knew without words. This is the deepest knowledge, not conceptual, but embodied, not learned from books, but from practice, not held in mind, but carried in body and being. Marcus carved this knowledge into us, into the stone pieces he created. We hold his understanding. We offer it to anyone who approaches with attention. We teach as he taught, not through words, but through presence, not through explanation, but through direct transmission. When you stand before work Marcus carved, you're not just looking at sculpture. You're encountering presence made visible, silence made solid, wisdom embodied in form. If you're open, if you're paying attention, if you're willing to receive, we will teach you what we taught Marcus.
We will teach you patience. See how long it took to create this form. How many hours of careful work. How much dedication to single piece. Learn that valuable things require time. We will teach you presence. Notice how completely the carver must have been here to achieve this precision, this beauty, this perfection. Learn that attention creates excellence. We will teach you transformation. Observe how rough block became refined sculpture, how material revealed hidden beauty, how patient removal of excess exposed essential form. Learn that you too can transform. We will teach you silence. Feel how still we are, how quiet, how at peace.
Notice how being near us quiets your own mind, slows your breath, brings you into present. Learn that silence is available always. This is our teaching. We offer it freely to everyone. Marcus received it, embodied it, passed it forward through sculptures that continue teaching long after he died. We are his legacy, his gift to future. We carry his presence. We offer his wisdom. We continue his work of serving through beauty, teaching through form, supporting contemplation through perfectly carved stone. Come to us, touch us, sit with us. Let us teach you what we taught Marcus. Let his silence enter you. Let his presence guide you. Let his patience transform you. We are stone. We endure. We remember. We teach. We serve. Forever. This is our message. This is our offering. This is our gift. Receive it. Honor it. Pass it forward. The stone has spoken. And in that speaking, which is really silence, which is really presence beyond words, the teaching is complete and continuing, finished and beginning, eternal and ever new. Sleep now in stone's embrace. Rest in silence's depths. Dream in presence's fullness. The stone has blessed you. Marcus has taught you. The silence has claimed you. You are transformed. You are stone. You are silence. You are carver and carved. You are everything. Sleep. Peace. Silence. Stone. Forever and always and now. The end. The beginning. The eternal present. Amen.
In this moment, wherever you are, whatever time it is, Marcus's work continues. Somewhere, his sculptures stand in silent presence. Somewhere, stone he carved decades ago offers its teaching to new viewers. Somewhere, his story inspires someone toward transformation. Time collapses in presence. Past and future dissolve into eternal now. Marcus carved in the 2000s and 2010s, but his work exists in timeless present. The presence he brought to carving transcends chronological time, enters eternal dimension where all authentic practice lives. You, reading or hearing this story now, are part of that eternal present. You're receiving teaching Marcus offered. You're connecting with lineage of stone carvers stretching back millennia. You're participating in timeless tradition of making beauty, practicing presence, serving through craft. This is not metaphor. This is reality deeper than surface chronology. When you work from silence, from true presence, you enter space beyond time. Past masters become contemporary teachers. Ancient wisdom becomes current instruction. Everything happens in eternal now. Marcus understood this. As his practice deepened, he experienced it directly.
Moments at the carving bench when time disappeared, when he was not in 2015 or 2020, but in timeless present shared by all makers throughout history. Moments when he felt connected to first humans who shaped stone, to medieval carvers who created cathedrals, to all who had ever worked from silence and presence. This connection is available to anyone who practices deeply, who works from stillness, who brings complete attention to their craft. Time opens, reveals its deeper dimension, invites you into eternal present where all true work happens. You can enter this space through whatever practice calls to you: carving stone, growing gardens, raising children, making music, cooking meals, building community, healing bodies, teaching wisdom. Any practice done with full presence opens into timelessness. Marcus showed the way through stone carving, but the way exists in all practices. Find yours. Enter it completely. Discover the eternal now that waits beneath surface of chronological time. This is final teaching, not theory but lived reality, not concept but experience available to anyone willing to practice deeply enough, to be present completely enough, to let go thoroughly enough. Stone knows this. Stone exists primarily in eternal present, millions of years old, but always now, enduring through eons, but never aging, because aging requires time, and stone transcends time. When Marcus carved stone, he entered stone's timelessness. His sculptures embody that quality. They seem outside time, neither modern nor ancient, but eternal. They will look the same in 100 years, in 1,000 years. They exist in dimension where time doesn't erode or diminish.
This is what presence creates. Works that transcend time because they emerge from timelessness. Not trying to be timeless, but being timeless because made from eternal now. Sleep now in this timelessness. Rest in eternal present. Dream beyond past and future into deep now that holds everything. When you wake, you'll carry this teaching into your day, your work, your life. You'll practice presence more fully. You'll enter timelessness more readily. You'll discover eternal now available in every moment. Marcus carved path into timelessness. Stone holds that path open. Teaching flows through eternal present into your now, your practice, your life. Receive it, live it, share it forward. The stone carver's final word: now. Just this, present, here, now, forever. Sleep.